Hey guys, what is going on? Vitaly Dubin is here, founder of Bitcoin's Walls Club, and today in crypto, I want to discuss where Bitcoin is headed next, what we are seeing on the charts, as well as some very interesting developments that are happening on a global macroeconomic level of the world, with some banks starting to give negative interest mortgage loans, which is absolutely ridiculous when you think about it, but it's a first sign, in my opinion, of the financial crisis that is going to happen in the years ahead. And I think it's going to happen sooner than we all think or anticipate. And of course, Bitcoin will be there to save the day. And also we'll discuss what Tim Draper is saying, that Bitcoin is going to go over $250,000 by the year 2023. Why he's saying that, and this is a great time to accumulate. But first, let's see the picture ahead of us, in the next couple weeks and months for Bitcoin over the shorter term. So today we are seeing that Bitcoin is relatively stable. It is not going up, not going down. It's staying on this price approximately of $11,400. Some other coins are doing better. We are seeing Stellar Lumens, for example, today is 7% upwards. Dash is 7.84%. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here on a daily. We are staying in this range of descending wedge here, where I think it's going to consolidate for some time through this area. Now this is more a pattern of breaking to the downside. So there are people saying, okay, so it can still like teeter-totter a little bit, consolidate, and per technical analysis it should go downwards, because we are seeing several points here and here and here. If it continues this pattern amongst this trend line, we can continue going this path and then break to the downside. However, macroeconomically, I don't see this happening because Bitcoin is improving from the fundamental standpoint, and more users than ever, and it's growing infrastructure, more transactions, and it's getting solidified. So I think it's going to break to the upside at some point. Now a break will happen, and many people and traders agree a break will happen either ways, to the upside or to the downside, but it will be violent. It will be a big breakout from where we are today, because the volume is kind of descending, and again, it's something that you need to be aware of. We were on an entire week, we had this big move, okay. Now if you take a zoom a little bit closer here on the 4 hours, we have this little triangle pattern which we kind of consolidated here. There was nothing here more than staying approximately at the same levels. The bots were making those little gains, $200 here, $200 there, back and forth. And then this is a 5-minute candle over here, which took the price from 11,800 to 11,200, a move of about $600, $700 in a couple of minutes. And since then we are kind of consolidating, staying on this price point. Now the next move here for Bitcoin can happen either way. Actually, we can go higher or we can go lower. The chances are in both directions. We do have some level of support here that was previous resistance, as it usually happens here. The previous resistance becomes the support. So we are, this range is going to be interesting to see from 11,000, 11,200. We have some strong support with this level. However, it doesn't mean that we cannot break it and go below again. And stay within this range. But macroeconomically, guys, Tim Draper says Bitcoin price will hit $250,000 by first quarter of 2023. Before he said 2022. Now he's making it a little bit, hedging himself. He was pretty accurate before. He accurately predicted that Bitcoin will be worth $10,000 in 2017, which actually happened. So, it will be interesting to see the next coming year. Some people say this is too aggressive, this is too optimistic. However, Bitcoin has been known to have tremendous increases in the past. Like, look at this. In the year 2011, we have 99 times increase. During these years, we have 560 times increase. And during this latest bull run, we have 110 times increase from $177 to $19,000. So when you look at the market, okay, and say, okay, maybe some other altcoins will save the day. Well, I think Bitcoin is overperforming a lot of the coins, especially in this kind of market that we are seeing right now. Bitcoin dominance is at 68.3%. It's not going down, it's actually going up. And I think it will continue to go up and hit the previous levels that we have seen in 2017 of about 80% maybe on the Bitcoin dominance. So this is definitely not an altcoin seasons. A lot of the coins, altcoins, although they have slightly rebounded in the last couple days, we are still way down on the coins. Like, for example, Ethereum Classic. If you take a look at Ethereum Classic for Bitcoin, where it was just in June 2019, right, and where it is right now, this is a very big downtrend. As you can see, 54%, and this is what is happening right now with the altcoins. We are seeing big move down. This is on the weekly level. You can see every week we're going down and down and down pretty much. This is the picture for the altcoin. So this is definitely not the time to collect the altcoins. We have been on a downtrend for a very long time this year, and the Bitcoin dominance is getting higher. Now, this is interesting, guys, to see a Danish bank is offering mortgages at a 0.5% negative interest rates, meaning it's basically paying people to borrow money. Now, this is quite scary and troublesome, and should be something to take a notice, because when banks start to give negative interest rates for their mortgages, which means they're essentially paying people for taking the mortgage. If you borrow, let's say, for a house $1 million, and 10 years you're paying the mortgage, and now you pay the bank back only $995,000, you actually in a good shape. But why banks are doing this? They're offering negative rate on their loans because they want to maybe guarantee a small loss rather than taking bigger losses. For example, if you offer an interest rate that people just cannot pay because of the financial crisis, then the bank can lose more money. So this can be a first sign that the financial crisis is coming, probably in the next year or two. We're going to see some interesting developments in the world and how it is shifting and changing. And if you take a look at a dollar, for example, that's a very interesting visual, guys. What a dollar could buy in 1907, you can buy with $1 one pair of patent leather shoes, and the money supply was $7 billion. Okay, a couple years later, you can buy a women's house dress, and the money supply was 13 billion. Now you can see how the devaluation of the dollar continues here. You can buy in 1940 20 bottles of Coca-Cola, and the money supply grows. Then you can only buy one bottle of Heinz ketchup in 1980s. The money supply grows even more. Today, we are talking about 2010. You can buy for $1 one song on iTunes, and the money supply is $13,291 billion. And this is an increase in the last century of literally 1900 times more dollars in existence. That's how much the money supply has grown, and the dollar has devaluated so much. So this is the bigger picture, guys, what we are seeing over a century, how much the value of a fiat currency goes down. And we might see in the future, completely moving out of the fiat currencies and getting into the digital realm, and some kind of a new economic order is definitely something that I believe can happen rather sooner than later in this century for sure. But I don't know if it's going to be in this decade. But it will be something very interesting to watch, guys. So that's what I want to share with you. Let's accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, because what's coming next, I bet on Bitcoin. Over the longer term, we are going to get back and surpass the $20,000, I believe. So accumulate Bitcoin, hold a lot of your portfolio in Bitcoin during these times. The altcoin season is not coming anytime soon. And let's get this crypto, guys. It's been Vitaly, and tune in every day, no matter what. Read the Bitcoin news and learn more about how this ecosystem works and how you can accumulate more Bitcoin. And look at the charts. We do have coaching on this every Wednesdays that you can learn more how to trade and how to look at the different indicators and stuff like that. It's all available to inside Bitcoin's Wealth Club, so you can tune that into our Telegram group and learn more about trading. And stay in control of your own money. This is the future of banking, and you are definitely in the right place. I'll